My name is Udit Hinduja, and I'm reporting for ThePrint from Gulmohar Park in New Delhi. We have a very interesting story for you today. The Chinese game of Mahjong. Mahjong is a tile based Chinese game, and it has exploded in popularity over the past year or past 2 years. Middle aged women have picked this game up, and it's replaced traditional card games like Rummy or Bridge. And it's not just middle aged women who are playing it. Younger people in their 30s and their late 20s are also picking up the game. It's become extremely popular, and not just in Delhi, but even in other cities like Mumbai, like Bangalore, Pune, and a lot of social circles are picking up this game.
I'm Rekha, and I started playing Mahjong just about 3 weeks ago. Maybe about 2 years ago, a friend of mine, Anu, who's teaching us now, she had asked me to start playing, but it was my dear friend Chandni who literally pulled me into the game, and I'm really enjoying it. It's totally addictive.
What do you like about it? What makes it addictive?
First, I think I'm using my time, very constructively. And yeah, and the people that you meet some lovely friends, you make some new lovely friends, and the friends you meet and the people you meet every day, you look forward to meeting them again.
Hi, I'm Chandni Shingle, and yes, I had been debating about learning this game since last year. Just didn't get down to it. So there's another friend of ours who told us that Anu is ready to teach us. So we came together, and it took me some time. I didn't really think I'll pick it up, but it was very interesting. And I had also seen my mother-in-law, in fact, Rekha, and my mother-in-law had played together for many years when we were young wives, army wives. So I think the bug was already there, and till now I was an educationist, but I wanted to do something very different. So this is an investment for retirement. That's what I look at it.
Some of the experienced Mahjong players I spoke to trace the game's origins in India to the army, the Indian army. So what would happen is that army personnel would be posted in border towns, and these border towns would be, let's say, Shillong in Sikkim or Dimapur in Nagaland. And army wives would find the Mahjong sets in local markets, local bazaars. The games would end up over there because of the proximity of these places to the border. So Chinese goods would come to these places, and Mahjong was one of them. It was one of the board games that these army wives would find. And they would buy these sets, and these sets would come with little booklets, and they would learn how to play. And this is now a couple of decades ago. So a lot of the people who I spoke to who are playing today, their mothers would own sets or their mother-in-laws would own sets, and they would pass these sets down to their kids. And that's how the game slowly started infiltrating into society over here in India.
Hi, so I'm Anupma Nagpal, and I've been playing Mahjong for something like 20 years now, maybe. Uh, it's all started in the year 2000 when I first bought my set in Singapore. Never got to learn, but I learned it in Pathankot in 2007 8 and played for a few years. And then again, there was a full stop because of paucity of other players. Finally, started playing again in 2017 in Delhi when I connected with my present group here, and we've been going strong ever since. It's a beautiful game, and it builds great bonds. It's so lovely to be together. And the best part is when you're playing the game, the challenge is so much that you don't gossip. So it's really nice.
So Mahjong is not an easy game. I sat for a couple of games just to try and understand what was the appeal and why this game has picked up so much. But essentially, it tests motor skills, strategy, speed, hand-eye coordination, a bunch of different things. And the game is essentially 144 different tiles, and these tiles are divided into suits, into bonus tiles. And what you need to do is that there are four people to every Mahjong game, and you take turns in picking up tiles and making your hand. Your hand is essentially a set of about 13 tiles, and then when you get 14 tiles in that right combination, you call Mahjong. But it's these combinations that are extremely complicated. These combinations can range from a different sets of tiles and bonus tiles to odds and even numbers. There are only a handful of very experienced Mahjong players in Delhi, the ones who are teaching the new wave of learners and beginners who are picking up the game. One of those people is Shalini Bhargava in Gulmohar Park. Shalini has been playing the game for the last 30 years, and she has some beautiful vintage Mahjong sets. ones that are made of bovine bone and bamboo. And a lot of these tiles have been handcrafted and hand painted. And Shalini showed us some of her sets.
See the beauty of the bamboo. The bamboo sleeves are waving in the wind, and the roses are also in bloom. This enhances the value of the set. What some sets have beautiful four ladies in a garden, which when you place them together, they form the complete garden, or they will form the Great Wall of China, and there's a story behind it. So the artisan craft left his stamp, individual stamp, by showing his cultural identity in the set. That is one of the most beautiful things about the antique sets. Okay.
But like Chinese food that has come to our country and received its own little Indian twist to it, Mahjong has also received that Indian twist. Mahjong games over here differ from the Chinese games. There are a bunch of different Indian variations that people play. Some Mahjong purists don't really like that. So the ones who've been playing for the past 20 to 30 years, they try and stick to the traditional Chinese version, and they say that the Indian version that has come over here is not really the right way to play the game. But regardless, it seems that people are loving the game. It's picking up rapidly, growing very, very popular. You have country clubs that are hosting mahjong tournaments. You have restaurants in Mumbai and Delhi that have mahjong specific nights where they have mahjong menus that you can order from. Just pay 500 rupees, get a couple of your friends, and play the game. The restaurant or the cafe will provide you with the actual set. So it's a very exciting time for people who want to learn a new game. Of course, it remains to be seen whether this is another fad or this is here to stay.